How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to more Tainted Grail. So it is time. I keep seeing that thing flying around. Wonder if that's a big boss. Oh. What? That's a huge glitch. I just fell through the earth. They have like an unstuck. Unstuck. Oh my god. Alright. Let's load. And that was a new one. I haven't had that happen before. Alright, so I turned in all the quests that I had going on, and then I met the alchemist over here to turn in his quest, which is what we did up here, and he has asked me to come over here. So I need to find Phaedros, apparently inside here. That must be him.
Sorry for all that hassle. I should have taken more precautions. Yes, thank you. Just a bit shaken. The beasts must have somehow escaped during the night. When I woke up, they were already prowling the territory. I bolted the door and sat inside, hoping they'd leave. But, well, it's a good thing you showed up. Otherwise, I'd have had to choose between starvation and being mauled. Their pen, of course. The beasts were my test subjects. I was sure they were significantly weakened and wouldn't pose much of a danger. I must have miscalculated. It's a bit of a shame they're all dead. I'll have to start everything from scratch. I lured them. They may be built differently and are quite tough, but most of them still need to eat, and they are susceptible to certain poisons. That's an interesting question. Perhaps they've been in captivity long enough to forget the concept of freedom. Or maybe they've claimed this place as their territory. Or perhaps they were just dumb beasts waiting for the closest source of food to leave the house. I suppose we'll never know. The Wyrdness and life itself. Nothing is in its rightful place, and, for all intents and purposes, they shouldn't even be alive. It's a bit of a miracle, don't... Well, I suppose, given the nature of your encounters with them, your skepticism is not unfounded. But if you ever have the chance to look deeper, I do encourage experimentation. Nonsense. Where else would I conduct my experiments? I'd rather endanger just myself instead of, say, the entire population of Connacht. Oh, did he? Well, if the guild is so impatient for results, they should have sent someone sooner. Now all my beasts are gone, and I'm still missing a crucial ingredient.
Alright, let's find out what he needs for his quest.
You see, weird beasts are unique creatures. The spark of life they carry is as twisted as it is relentless. I believe it can be extracted and transferred, creating a being capable of living in the Wyrdness without succumbing to its corruption. With everything that's been happening on Avalon, I believe this is the only way we can survive. The pigs can already do that. Well, yes, but they hardly escape disfigurement and corruption, do they? Besides, they only skirt the edges of the weirdness. They don't dwell deep within the fog. If I succeed, humans will be able to live in the weirdness freely, no matter how dense it becomes. The heart of a Fae. Well, the Fae, to be precise. I'm not interested in the heart of some half-feral beast from the host. I need something far more powerful. I've heard of a Fae that calls itself Foxglove. It dwells in the roots of an ancient tree, lurking for unsuspecting travelers. Supposedly, it's cunning and quite vicious. If you bring me its heart...
Alright, so I have to
you
go
won't
hunt
just
this
be
Fae
doing me a
down and
favor.
kill it. It's probably
You'll
a
be aiding
mini-boss.
Fall of Avalon. Me? Of course not. I've only heard rumors. They might be exaggerated, of course, but I wasn't going to risk my life just to satisfy my curiosity. Splendid!
Alright. So let's go find the Fae. Okay, so nearby, I think that's where the giant elephant was. Alright, so, oh no, ow. Oh wow, I survived. Alright. Let's rest till daylight. Okay. Yeah, that's where that giant elephant was. Oh, I can talk to it.
My, what a lovely mortal he sent my way. Such a silly man, that Phaedros. Does he truly think I can't tell one of you from another? I can smell him on you. The sharp stench of fear and the desperation of a mortal who knows his time is running out. And that cloying trace of hope. As if he truly believed some poor soul could rescue him from the mess he's made. All his putrid human weaknesses cling to you like you're his last lifeline. It's truly pathetic.
Very alien looking.
But of course, you could even say we're quite close. After all, I granted him his greatest wish. And in return, he promised me a small piece of his sad, mortal life. Only now it seems he's trying to weasel out of the deal. It's a bit insulting, don't you think? Mortals. He swore to leave Avalon for 3 years, 3 months, and 3 days to serve me in my domain. Exactly! I can't understand why he's making such a fuss. Time here flies by so quickly. Unlike in the court, where a year can feel like a century. Oh, maybe he's not as foolish as I thought. Knowledge, of course. A lofty dream of saving Avalon by filling it with monstrous beings. On the one hand, it sounds delightful. On the other, it's a bit of a waste. You see, in my realm, mortals can live as long as we wish them to. A few adjustments here and there, and they can serve us indefinitely. Yet you mortals always believe that death is your escape. Even though we tell you time and again that a deal once made cannot be unmade. Phaedros thought it could work on Avalon too. Well, you take a creature that shouldn't be alive, yet is, and you combine it with the human spark that has such a relentless drive for survival. The results are quite curious. Part beast, part human. over on nothing that should ever grace this realm. But he kept trying, that fool, and kept returning here, ranting that I tricked him and trying to break the deal. I gave him the knowledge he craved. How he used it? That's not my responsibility, is it? They were misery given form, driven by instinct and rudimentary intelligence. So, who knows? Maybe they were just regular mortals after all.
There's a lot of talking in this episode, huh? Sorry, everyone.
Oh, my poor sweet thing. That's just how mortals are. They use, they lie, and they'll do anything to save their own skin. Now, don't fret. I don't blame you for falling for Phaedrus' little ruse. In fact, how about we make a deal? How about I give you a little something, and you take it straight to his hidey hole? Then he can bear the consequences for trying to fool us both. What do you say? Well, for starters, you get to leave here with all your limbs just as they are. But I can sweeten the deal. What do you mortals crave? Gold, isn't it? How about a lovely trinket? I'll even
I don't
enchant
need
it to
gold.
protect that thin, fragile...
They don't take deals with your kind, I'd rather take your
Very
heart.
well.
Alright, let's go time. Ooh, she hits pretty hard. Alright, let's go. Wow, she's super weak, dude. Alright. Yeah, I think I'd rather stick with the humans, especially because I'm trying to join the alchemist guild. Alright, let's go back up and give him the heart. Oh, guess I missed him.
So,
Oh, what the hell?
you're the one Phaedrus dragged into his madness.
So he's dead anyways.
Apologies for the mess. I'm in the middle of cleaning up. I won't deny I'd have preferred to meet under much more favorable circumstances. I feel a bit like I've been caught at the scene of a crime, which, in a sense, I have. Although, in my defense,
Man, I
if
should
we're
have made a
speaking of
deal with her. I
crimes,
would have got some
this
gold.
one is twofold. Phaedrus' reckless experiments had to be stopped. The guild warned him. Unfortunately, yes. The rules of our guild are clear. Crossing the established boundaries results in consequences, and those consequences grow more severe with greater transgressions. It's not like he wasn't warned. He knew exactly what he was doing and the risks involved. Believe me, taking measures like this brings me no joy. But we can't keep constant control over everyone. There are certain acts that simply cannot be forgiven. Phaedrus was a threat. Not just to himself and the guild, but to others as well. First, I need to finish cleaning up here and prepare Phaedrus for a proper burial. I'll also secure the rest of his research and materials to ensure they don't fall into the wrong hands. And then I'll have to write a report. Ugh, I hate paperwork. There are so many better ways to spend my time. And then...
Alright, so I guess I'll wait.
Now, that's better. Shame our meeting had to be under these circumstances. Believe me, not all alchemists act like Phaedrus. You seem all right, though. Tell me, what made you join the guild? Then you might like the Dalriata approach. They specialize in brewing potions that can enhance one's abilities. You've already met one of them, but anyway. Lately, or they're coming up with utterly ridiculous ideas. I really hope this doesn't become a recurring pattern. To answer your question, unfortunately, yes, it was necessary. Crossing them results in a response from us, one that becomes more severe the greater. Charles is my Croakmore, though he's far from a typical specimen of his kind. He won't bite your hand off, unless, of course, he senses ill intent. At the moment, he trusts you, which is rather uncommon. I wouldn't call the process taming. I found Charles just after he was born, abandoned by his mother, so I took him in. It was the perfect chance
That
to
was
examine
weird. The
his
audio
brain.
for the voice went up and
While
down
working
there.
on his exposed skull.
Kind of sloppy.
If this were a question, I assume then so that it's hard to say. Many members aren't as open about their affiliation as I am. They have their own lives and obligations, some of which might be highly conflicting. The hierarchical structure of the regular Camelosian guilds isn't something we strictly adhere to in the Alchemist Guild. Each of us has freedom in our research, as long as we don't violate ethical guidelines. All I understand is that it's a form of ancient magic, supposedly discovered by Merlin, who used it to repel the weirdness. A menhir with burning weird fire can repel the weirdness on a far larger scale than a simple bonfire fueled by ethereal cobweb. Unfortunately, that's everything I know. That's my role, but more serious. I'm trying to conduct field research, but the last few weeks have been exceptionally frustrating. I lack the necessary specimens, and I'm not exactly equipped to gather them myself. I'm skilled with a lancet, not a
Alright,
sword.
so here comes the next quest.
I heard you. It involves extracting brain matter. I need brain centers from 3 creatures. A Nookalivi, a human infected with the Red Death, and a villager touched by the weirdness. I've heard stories about peasants on farmlands near Kunach. I'll reward
We have some
you
of that
for
already.
each. A bloody pulp is better suited as a snack for
Okay, so Red Death infected brain, weird changed brain, Nucleave brain. I think I have some of those.
Until next time.
Alright, I need to check my stash. Alright, I may have it, but this will be pretty quick, I think. All those enemies are super easy. We'll go get the villager first.
your ground, men. Prepare for battle. Your armor won't save you. I will be your downfall. Made of.
Man, I cannot find one of these things. There we go. Alright. So I should go there, because I gotta go all the way over here. It's a long way to run, so... Alright, hopefully this doesn't crash the game. I guess in town is the closest, huh? Alright, I should check and see if I have a brain in here. Monster brain. Doesn't look like it. Alright.
You doing okay?
No, I haven't actually come to this area yet. This castle. This could be cool. Oh, it's gonna be right here, huh? That was easy. Alright, I do want to check this out. But we'll do that in another episode, because this one's getting pretty long.
Always a pleasure to see you.
What is that sound? Some weird sounds around here. Okay. I think I can go up here. Alright, we'll turn this in and probably wrap this episode up after that.
Oh, though regard that the plague is known, I must admit. Poor soul. Since the weirdness began to re-emerge, cases like this have sadly become more common. Thank you. So, it seems we're almost done. Before we met, I made contact with Dalriata trappers who agreed to get me the brain of an ice weaver. Out of their group, only 2 survived. Let's just say they've been making some threats. We initially planned to meet in a location I could easily access, but after what happened to their folks, they've made some specific demands. Here's the location and the gold I promised them for the task. Don't try to negotiate. The amount has already been agreed upon. Once it's done, find me. I'll be nearby. However, I'd prefer not to attend the meeting. It might unnecessarily escalate the situation. Until next time.
Alright. Okay, whereabouts is this exchange? Oh, alright. I've never gone there before. This should be interesting. I gotta go up here and all the way over there. Alright, so this might be a good point to actually use the horse. Oof, a little rough there. Okay, that looks like it goes in the mountain. I think I need to go up and around. Oof, really clippy. I think this game is struggling a little bit. I'm gonna probably wrap it after this episode if I can get there without the game crashing. Alright. It's not what I expected. This place is crazy. Am I traveling at night? No, it's actually not that late. Just that area. Okay, what is this? Forlorn Gate. Oh. Okay, is that like the next area? Alright, so maybe we won't go there yet. It's guaranteed it's gonna probably crash if I go to the third zone. Yeah, so I think maybe we will continue this side mission next time. Because I don't want to go. These ones are all the Forlorn Swords. Which is like the next area. So let's continue on with the main story. Which I think I can go in here up to there. As well as here to talk to the Lord one, I think. Alright. So we're going to end this one here. I don't want to go to a new area in this one. And then we will continue on with the main story next time. Thanks for watching. I'll see you then.